James. Great words about the Chicago History Museum. That's really how we think of it, an institution that allows us to appreciate and learn from Chicago's history. I had my own history lesson on baseball that I was telling you about earlier, but if we do have an All-Chicago World Series this fall, I know who the next presenter will be rooting for. To introduce the winner of the Jane Addams Making History Award for Distinction in Public Service, please welcome the co-owner of the Chicago Cubs and the board chair of Cubs Charities, Laura Ricketts.
Let's hope. Don't dream. I'm sure those dreams might actually come true. Thank you so much. I was honored when Art asked me to introduce him tonight. He's not only a great friend, he's also a great leader of a cause that has helped so many of our fellow citizens. You know, if you go online, you can find a website called the Encyclopedia of Chicago. It's put out by this little known organization called the Chicago History Museum. And there you can read about the first group in the United States created specifically to support gay rights. That date was December 10th, 1924. The place was Chicago, and the founder's name was Henry Gerber. By the next summer, his home had been raided by police. He and others had been put on trial for deviancy, and he had lost his job. The name of his organization was the Society for Human Rights, and more than 90 years later, that's still what it's all about, human rights. Nobody knows that better, and nobody has done more to make that a reality in Chicago than Art Johnston. The video that played earlier did a great job recounting the highlights of the fight for equality in Chicago and Illinois. And it rightly put Art at the epicenter of that movement. Thanks to him and many others, so much has changed. Take just one example. When Chicago's first gay pride parade was held in 1970, police estimated the crowd at about 150 people. Last June, 2 days after the U.S. Supreme Court made marriage equality the law of the land, not long after my own wedding, thank you, Supreme Court. Last year, 1 million people celebrated at the 2015 Gay Pride celebration. Down through those decades, what Art has always known is that changing laws means first changing hearts and minds. And what happens, and that happens one-on-one, person to person. As Art always says, it's very hard to hate someone when you get to know them as a human being. Because we all know human beings have human rights. But Art has also served another very important role in Chicago's LGBTQ community. When you're gay, you can't always rely on your parents and other family members to fully understand what it's like to be gay. And in that respect, Art has served as a very wise and supportive mentor, much like a father figure to so many in our community. And Sidetrack has almost been like a second home, a very safe place for so many people in our community. And as such, he commands great respect and great love by Chicago's LGBT community, including myself. And that's why it's such a pleasure and a great honor to present this award to one very special and very loved person. And finally, I have a special message from Mayor Richard M. Daley, to commemorate Art's award. I am sorry that I cannot be with you all this evening, but it is a great honor that I share my heartfelt congratulations to my good friend, Art Johnston, on receiving the Jane Addams Making History Award for Distinction in Social Service. Art is a passionate leader and is an inspiration. In 2012, I was honored to present him with the Lifetime Achievement Award for Equality Illinois. I will repeat what I told Art that joyous evening, as it remains true. His work for our LGBT communities and on behalf of our great city have made me a better mayor. Congratulations, Art. You deserve this honor and a rowdy round of applause.